Hello and welcome to the Full Stack Data Scientist Bootcamp. I'm very much excited that you're interested in becoming a full stack data scientist, and I can't wait to see you in the course. I'm glad to tell you that this is the most comprehensive course on UDEMY for becoming a data scientist. It is the all-in-one course that comprises of everything that you need in order to become a data scientist. So let me walk you through the course curriculum so that you know what you're going to learn in this course. So this is the course in brief. And by the way, you have access to this course curriculum right after this introduction video. You can download for your own reference. You're going to have access to full SQL Course, which is going to help you master the skills that you need in order to extract and retrieve data from database. What happens is that most of the company data are residing in a sort of database, and you need an SQL skills in order to retrieve and analyze the data that is residing in the company's data. And that's what you're going to do in the first session at the SQL Course for data science. After that, you start mastering Python for data science. Now, over the few years, Python programming has become the most preferred programming language for data scientists or machine learning engineer or AI engineers in general. And in this course, you're going to start right from the scratch till you master the concept in Python programming. After that, you're also going to master the concept of statistics for data science. Then you move on to machine learning. Then you start with artificial intelligence. You learn some critical concepts in deep learning. We start specializing in either computer vision or natural language processing. You're also going to learn how to deploy your models in the cloud systems like AWS, Google Cloud, or Microsoft Azure, or Heroku, or any other platform. And as I said, most of the time, the company's data are going to reside in either database or some sort of a web portal. And in this course, you're going to learn the web scraping skills that are going to help you be able to scrap the data right from the internet, store it, and then use it for further analysis. We're also going to learn some recommendation systems, some GitHub skills that are going to help you build your profile, and how to read the scientific research papers that comes out with the most pressing strategies that we use in artificial intelligence and data science as a whole. Not only that, you also need some data visualization skills that are going to help you be able to present your results to your stakeholders like your managers, your clients, and that's what you're going to learn under the data visualization session, which you're going to master Power BI. So this is just the brief of the course. Now, so when you download the course curriculum, you can read about the course over here. There are some key facts over here which I want to highlight. So you might have heard that data science is the sexiest job of the 21st century, and that is of no lie. The demand for data scientists are quite high, and it's increasingly going to be very high due to the increasing generation of data that we have recently. And the salary of data scientists are among the most competitive salaries that you can find in the world. Besides that, data is continuously being generated over and over again, and as we move forward with the new implementations and technologies that are evolving, generation of data is going to be at this higher speed, and companies will do whatever it takes to hire data scientists in order to help them leverage the power of data to help them upscale. So if you're aiming to become a data scientist, you're on the right path and your future is very bright. And these are not my own words. You can just do a simple Google search and you'll be able to confirm what I'm telling you. Now, this course is actually aimed for those who are interested in becoming data scientist, machine learning engineer, artificial intelligence engineer, computer vision engineer, and natural language processing engineer. These are the target areas that we have in this course. So if you want to become a full stack data scientist, there are certain skills that you need to master in order to become a full stack data scientist. The title is not just a title. It's a title that comes with some sort of a great skill, some sort of command on your skills, right? And that's what you're going to do in this course. You're not just going to learn the basis or have an idea of the course. You need to master it, because saying that you're a full stack data scientist means that you're in control of your game and you know your concept and you master your concept and you know what you're doing. And that's what you're going to do in this course. You're not just going to have an idea of the area or just do something superficial. You need to dive deep into it in order to become a full stack data scientist. That's what this course is meant for. There's also going to be a certificate of completion. So after you complete the course, you're going to be awarded with a certificate by UDEMY, which you can add to your profile as a confirmation of the concept that you have learned in the course. And after the course, as I have indicated here, you're going to master the skills that you need to solve industry challenges with AI and then machine learning. And you're also going to master the most pressing areas of data science, such as computer vision and natural language processing. And you're going to gain the technical know-how and understand the applications of data science in different domains. So if you see the projects that we have included in the course, which I'll show you some of them in this course curriculum, which you also have access to, you can also check them out. You will see that even the projects are from different domains, because we understand the diversity of the audience that are going to take the course. Some from the healthcare, some from the banking system, some from the e-commerce sector, from different domains. So we make sure that we give you something that will suit your domain that you're coming from. And the beauty of data science is that once you learn it, even from one domain, you can apply it in another domain. We're also going to build industry-ready profiles that will help you to easily transition into the field of data science. So right from the beginning, you're going to have a guide to create a GitHub profile where you're going to push all your projects over there, which at the end of the day, when you're going to apply for the job, you can show us what you have done so far as a proof of concept, because recruiters want evidence of the concept that you have learned so far. And there's no better way of displaying or showing or proving the concept that you have learned by showing the projects that you have learned, by giving your GitHub account for them to check it out. And that's what you're going to do over here in this course. All right. Now let's walk through the course curriculum so that you know what is included in the course curriculum. So as I said, you're going to start with SQL. SQL is one of the fundamental skills that you need to master if you want to become a data scientist. There's no two ways about that. You need SQL skills, because one way or the other, you're going to encounter a situation where you need to extract the data, or get the data from, say, a database, then process the data, whether through the database itself, or take it to Python and then use Python to work on it. Later on, push it to, say, Power BI and all those kind of things. So you need to be versatile. You need to master all these kind of skills before you can do that. Okay, so before we start with the SQL, we're going to first have an overview of data science, some concept that you need to get yourself familiar with, like what is data science and who is a data scientist, data science life cycle, applications of data science, and all of that, right? The ultimate path that you need to take to become a data scientist, and some typical backgrounds of data scientists. Because sometimes if you're getting into this field, it becomes quite unclear whether your background is enough for you to get into that field or not, right? So I will discuss about some of the people who have transitioned to become a data scientist and what they were doing before they transition into becoming a data scientist and all that. Okay, so we're going to see, so that you get to understand the field of data science and the different backgrounds that people come from to become data scientists. Okay, so once we get that heads up, then we start with the SQL. Okay, so for the SQL, we have divided it into beginner level, intermediate level, and then advanced level. Okay, so at the beginner level, there are key concepts that you need to get started with, right? Like what is SQL and database, and even installing the software that we're going to use in this tutorial and all that. Okay, so you're going to do all those things in the beginner level, right? Working with databases, all those things are going to be at the beginner level to get started with, right? And then you move on to the intermediate concept, right? Which you start creating your own databases and start performing or working on those databases using some crucial skills that you can see over here, right? You have access to the course curriculum, so you can just take your time and then go through step by step to see the individual things over here, right? We have key concepts like SQL joins, working with existing SQL table, right? Creating your tables and all that, right? SQL views, right? Functions and all that. Then we learn some advanced SQL functions, right? After that, we move on to more advanced concept in SQL, right? Where we start learning stored procedures and all that, all right? SQL triggers, transactions and all that, right? Now, once all these basics are good and you know that, yes, you have something in your portfolio, you then start with Python programming. Okay, you then start with Python programming. And as I said, over 90% of data scientists out there use Python, right? And companies prefer people who are using Python, because most of even the tools and the softwares that are out there that are being produced these days are all based on Python. Okay, so if you're a master Python, you have a very greater chance of getting a job in data science. Okay, so for Python, we have quite a lot of concepts that we're going to learn over here, right? From beginner level to intermediate level to more advanced level. Okay, so we have concepts like, say, Python operators, some hands-on Python over here, which we're going to learn something like docstrings and variables and all that. Python flow control, Python functions, working with files, and some hands-on. There are a lot of hands-on because, this course is more practical. For data science, you cannot learn it theoretically. You need to be more practical, and that's what we do in this course. There are a whole lot of hands-on projects and exercises, and even the teaching itself is purely hands-on. Okay, we have Python models over here, data types, NumPy and all that. You see, more hands-on. There are a lot of hands-on over there, right? We actually do not dwell on theoretical concept where you learn what is what and all that. You need to know how things are done, because the title full stack data scientist is not a mere title, right? If you really want to become a full stack data scientist, then you need to be serious. Right. So we also learn pandas, which is one of the great skills to have when it comes to data science, right? And also some data visualizations over here, which you can use Python to do. Later on, we'll see how we use Power BI to even do more robust ones over there, right? And some other projects that you're going to do. So apart from the hands-ons and exercises, there are still assignments that we also going to go through, right? And then we have statistics for data science, okay? Now, most people who are new to this field usually will be asking, why do we need to learn statistics? And is it even important to do it? And it's a whole lot of things. To be frank with you, statistics is one of the important concepts to master when it comes to data science, and especially if you want to become a full stack data scientist and even specialize in more robust concepts like deep learning and computer vision and natural language processing. You need to master statistics right from the beginning, okay? You need not to become a genius in statistics or learn some advanced statistical concept, but your basis needs to be clear, right? Something like mean, mode, and your standard deviations and all those kind of things, you need to get them right, okay? You need to get them right, and you're going to master them here in this course, right? So as you can see over here, right, measure of dispersion, statistical methods, normal distribution, correlation, and so much more over here, right? Probability, hypothesis testing, right? All these are things that you need to master when it comes to statistical concept before you even start doing anything in machine learning or artificial intelligence in general. You don't skip this step if you want to become a full stack data scientist, okay? And then as I said, you need to make sure that you have a profile right from the beginning, because if at the end of the day you're going to apply for a job, you need to show proof of concept, right? What you have learned and what shows that you have really learned what you have learned, or you have really mastered your concept, okay? You cannot just go and sit there and then or maybe just show the certificate and say that I have completed. You need to provide a proof, okay? So you need projects, you need assignments and all those kind of things, and you make sure that you push all of them to your GitHub account, and that's what you're going to do in this course, right? Professionally, you need to create a GitHub account professionally, right? You're going to have a guidance to do all those kind of things in this course, right? Then we start to dive deep into the AI concept, okay? So artificial intelligence comprises of machine learning, deep learning. Inside deep learning, we have computer vision and natural language processing. We're going to discuss all that, okay? You don't need to worry. We're going to start right from the scratch, and then you see the various components or aspects of AI and the various specializations that you need to do, and then you choose your specialization in there, okay? At the end of the day, if you're going to go to good companies like say Facebook or Google or Microsoft or any other good company out there, right? You need to have some sort of a specialization over there, right? Aside from that, you need to have a general idea of what is going on in the various field. Then once you develop an interest for an area, for instance, say computer vision or natural language processing, then you start specializing in that particular area. Okay, so over here, we'll start with machine learning, right? Which, even if you want to become computer vision engineer or natural language processing engineer, the basis is the machine learning, okay? So you need to master your machine learning. So there are quite a lot of things that you're going to do, right? Including some use cases that you're going to see from Microsoft. A whole lot in this course, okay? A whole lot. All the machine learning algorithms that you can think of, it's right here, okay? If it's not here, then it's not out there, right? But if it's there and it's being used in the industry, we've included it here for you, right? And there's a whole lot of lessons on them, going into details, going to the lab sessions, everything from the theory to the practical, okay? So you can see over here, you can see their lab sessions are there, right? From linear regression, from logistic regression, they all have their lab sessions in there, right? Naive Bayes, from theory to the lab session, k-nearest neighbor, from theories to the lab sessions, right? Support vector machine, from theory to the lab session. That's what we do in this course, okay? You first understand what the concept, you go to the lab, implement the concept to see how it is done. Okay, you can see here, right, some performance metrics with their lab sessions and all that, okay? Ensemble techniques, or a whole lot of concept in ensemble techniques, understanding the concept behind them, going to the lab session to implement them and all that, okay? okay? Learning overfitting, underfitting, decision tree, all those kind of things, right? K-means clustering, feature engineering and model selection and optimization, hierarchical clustering and all of that, okay? And we've divided this into two, right? We have unsupervised machine learning, and if you go here, you see that we have supervised machine learning. So we're going to divide it into that two categories, and then we master them, right? Now, once these algorithms are done, then we come to recommendation systems, right? Where we're going to learn the concept, and then we go to the lab session to build our own recommendation engine over there, right? It's quite interesting in the course. It's quite interesting in the course. We're also going to learn some web scripting, right? If you have your data on internet that you need to script and then get access to the data for further analysis, you're going to learn how to do that in this course, right? There are a whole lot of interesting projects over here. I mean, that's the part that is actually going to help you to really master the concept, right? Doing the projects. And the projects here are very, very interesting to do. Very, very interesting. You're going to see how it is done, right? You're going to take you through step by step how it is done. You have also project assignment that you also do by yourself, right? Present it for me to also check for you, provide you feedback, how it is done, how you can even improve on it, right? So, I mean, there's a whole lot of interactions going on in this course, right? Building Netflix recommendation systems, building a code app, right? Building dashboards, and I mean, a whole lot of things over here. I mean, you can just take your time and then go through by yourself, right? To see the projects over here, right? There's also a project overview, which you can watch that video to see the various projects that we have, okay? And as I said, you need to also understand how to deploy your models into the cloud system, because learning it in the Jupyter Notebook or Google Colab and all those other tools that we're going to use, right? If we don't make it accessible via the cloud system, which the user or the customer or the client can actually access and they use it, then you've done nothing, okay? You need to deploy it out there, make it real like we do it in the real world, okay? So that's why you need this part, the cloud deployment part. I'm going to take you through step by step so that you know how to do that, okay? And if you're going to master anything in computer vision or natural language processing or deep learning or AI in general, right, you need to understand how to read research papers, because all the techniques, all the algorithms and everything, all the robust techniques and algorithms out there are inside the research papers, okay? There's no two ways about that. You can research it for yourself and then you'll be able to confirm it, okay? If you get into any other course that you're not doing that, I mean, you're doing yourself harm, because all the robust techniques are going to be in the research papers. And if you're working in the industry, one of the core things that you need to understand is how to keep yourself up to date with the new technologies, the new algorithms, the new skills that are coming out there. And they're all going to come in the form of a research paper, because for the industry to accept something like an algorithm or a technique, it has to be vetted by these committees that vet the research papers, okay? You can just, do a simple Google search of any algorithm that you know, and you realize that there's a research paper related to it, okay? So you need to know how to read these research papers, and that's what you're going to do in this course, right? You reading the research papers and understanding the things that are in there and what to look for in a research paper, right? You start with deep learning, right? Inside deep learning, there are a whole lot of things, right, that we're going to do, like artificial neural networks, TensorFlow and Keras. There are some lab sessions for deep learning, a whole lot of things that you're going to do over there, right? Activation functions and all that, okay? Then we start in the specializations, that is computer vision and natural language processing. We will start first with computer vision, right? Which is comprising of working with images and videos, okay? So computer vision, you work with images and videos. Natural language processing, you're going to work with text and audio, okay? So we start with computer vision, working with images and videos, okay? So you start with working with images over here, a whole lot of things over here, right? CPUs, GPUs, TPUs, and all those kind of things, right? Convolutional neural networks or CNNs, right? State-of-the-art CNN architectures, object detection, transfer learning, performance metrics. There are a whole lot of things that you're going to do over here, right? Object detection techniques that you need to understand over here, right? OpenCV, a whole lot, right? And then, the interesting part are the projects. And you can watch the project highlight. You will see some of the things that you're going to do in this course. It's quite incredible. It's very much incredible, okay? And as I said, there's also natural language processing where you're going to learn text processing and audio processing, okay? That's what you're going to do over here. So when you get to the industry, it's either you're going to work on images and videos, or you're going to work on text and audio. Okay, so you need to know these kind of specializations, and then you choose the field that you are more interested in, learn more into that, specialize into that. Okay, that's what you're going to do in this course. All right, so over here there are a whole lot of things. We have beginner level, we have intermediate level, we have a more advanced level, right? As I said, it's a full stack data scientist course, so it's not like you have to have an idea of the basic concept. You need to go to the intermediate level, you need to go to the advanced level, know how things are done. Okay, and there are a whole lot of lab sessions and hands-on projects that you're going to do over here, right? You can just take your time and then you go through, you will see quite a lot of concept that we have included over here, right? Most of the time, even the college degrees do not have these kind of in-depth lessons over there for you, but here you will have it. Okay, and there are projects that you're going to also build, which are very much interesting over here, right? Which are very much interesting. As I said, you can watch the project highlight and then you'll see how it is done, right? And then you also need to master data visualization skills, because if you do everything, whether computer vision or natural language processing or core machine learning, deep learning, you need to present your results to your stakeholders or your clients and everything. So you need data visualization skills. Okay, Microsoft Power BI has been the first and the most preferred data visualization tool since 2019, and up to now it's still the best. Okay, I'll show you a proof of that. I mean, there are statistics backing that. So it's not that I am saying it because I am in Microsoft, but it is a proven fact. Okay, so we're going to see all that. I mean, in the course, you see all that. I'll show you the statistics and the documents and all that. Okay, and then we start mastering the concept that you need to know when it comes to Microsoft Power BI. Okay, now we're also going to give you a guide where after you have mastered all of these skills, right, you're going to give you a guide where you can get more hands-on, doing a lot of projects and hackathons and virtual internships. Okay, where you can put your skills into practice and then solve real-world problems, which is going to reinforce your learning, and then add these projects to your GitHub account, which is going to be part of your profile to the hiring managers to see the real world project that you have solved. That shows that yes, you have learned your concept, you have mastered the concept, and you're really a full stack data scientist. Okay, so you're gonna see that in this particular course. Okay, and as you can see, this is more structured. I mean, in my own time, there wasn't this kind of structured and robust course like this for you to easily upskill to get into this field. There was a whole lot of things that you have to do by yourself, but in this course, we have given you the structured path which you can follow to become a full stack data scientist. Okay, if you want to become a full stack data scientist, trust me, this is the path. Okay, and as I said, in this course, we're not just going to have an overview of data science or just learn some basic concept and that's it. We will start right from the basic, all right, but we move to an intermediate level to more advanced concepts, because if you really want to become a data scientist or full stack data scientist, you have to be serious about it. Okay, because the use cases that you're going to solve in the industry are more pressing. So if you hear that data scientists are earning like over $100,000 per year, that is not a joke, right? What they do actually comes with the package that they have. Okay, companies will not just give you the money because they have the money or because you have the title as a data scientist, but it's because of the value that you provide to the company, right? That will make them give you that kind of amount or that kind of package. Okay, so if you really want to get this kind of package or get into this field, then you need to understand your concept. You need to get them right. You need to master them. Okay, you need to master this concept, and that's what we're going to do in this course, right? That's what we're going to do in this course, making sure that you are on top of your game and you know what you're doing when it comes to data science. Okay, if you mention that you're a full stack data scientist, you should mention that with confidence. All right, and that's what we're going to do in this particular course over here, right? So I hope you like it and hope to see you in this course and interact with you, right from the beginning to the end. You're gonna have interactions, your questions and everything at the Q&A session, and also your projects. Most importantly, you need to submit for me to check for you and give you feedback. Okay, all right, so see you in the next lesson. Have a nice day.